People are different. We have different experience, different background, different dreams. But the interesting is why most of people have similar aim in their life. They have similar meaning of the word successful life. When we ask about what is the meaning of successful life to people, mainly we will get the same answer or similar answer that I want to be rich, I want to have money, I want to be famous, or I want to have more power. Mostly people will say that. That's why everybody have to struggle to fight in the same way. Most of people sacrifice their life to make money. But not everybody will success in their way, because to be rich is very small amount. It's like a pyramid. Not many people can be on top of pyramid. Most of people will be in the base of pyramid to carry the people who on top of us. Why people still have aim to be on top of pyramid? Even they know that it's not many people who will be lucky like that. That's because of the aim to be success in that way is not our own aim. It's the society's aim. The society designed by greed, by capitalist system, that they want everybody to do the same thing, think the same way. That is the way they can collect all the power of people together and then push toward one direction. That is to make money. Make money have more powers in our life. But people will have less and less power in the same way. But we let the system, the society system, brainwash us that we need to be rich, we need to be famous, we need to have power. And then we fight for it. We spend most of our life, we invest our life for the aim of society, but we ignore ourselves. That is the way to make people become poor. And when they are very poor, they will tell people that if you don't want to be poor, you need to work hard, you need to make money. And then when you become rich, you will have no poor. That's the way to force everybody to work hard without thinking about themselves. I was in the system. When I was young, I feel very bad about poor. I feel ashamed to be poor. So I need to struggle to fight in the city, try to make money to solve my poverty problem. But not everybody will success. As I said, I fail. I'm not smart enough. I cannot compete with other people, like million people. When I fail, I think about, why do I need to be rich? What is the real aim in my life? What is the meaning of successful for me? I keep asking myself this question a lot. And finally, I found that I don't need to be rich. I don't need to be famous. I don't need to have a lot of power. I just want to have freedom and enjoy my life. And to have freedom and enjoy my life, I don't need to struggle so much like when I want to be rich. Because freedom and joy, I can do it now and I can do it anywhere. So why I need to struggle to compete to make money like a lot of people? Normal way, we will think that if you have money, you will have freedom, you will have joy. But in the reality is, when you struggle to fight for money, it's very long way to go. And then very tiny percent who can make that much money. So it's not worth it for me to do that. But nobody tell us that freedom is here, joy is here. We can do it now. I keep thinking a lot about this. Finally, I think about I need to discover my own way to have freedom, to enjoy my life. I discovered that what will make me have freedom and joy is I need to be able to depend on myself at least in 4 things: food, shelter, daily needs, and self-healing. When I think in this way, I start to train myself because I have no idea about this before. I'm like everybody. I don't know how to build a house. I don't know how to grow things much. Even I grew up as a farmer, but I was in the education system most of my life. So I did not learn how to grow food. I did not learn how to make houses. I did not learn how to do what I need in my life. I just learned about things that education told me to learn. Learn about math, about science, about art, about language, about so many things. So I need to start from the beginning again. Learn how to grow food, learn how to build things. But one thing interesting is it doesn't take long time to learn these 4 things. It takes only a few years. I can grow my own food easily. I can build my own house easily. I can make my thing that I use in my daily life easily. And then I feel less and less fear, less and less worry in my life. That is freedom that I need. When I be able to depend on myself like that, I have less and less fear, less and less worry in my life. I don't feel ashamed to have less money than most of people. Before that, I feel so ashamed that I'm poor. I need to try to prove fakely to other people that I'm not poor by buy fancy clothes, by try to get gold necklace, by try to find fancy motorcycle. Just try to lie to the society that I'm not poor. That's the way I used to be. I try to dress, to decorate myself like I'm not poor, but actually I'm poor. But when I can depend on myself, at least in the 4 basic needs, I don't feel like I need to prove to anybody that I'm poor or rich. I don't need to have necklace. I don't need to have watch, expensive watch. I don't need to have fancy clothes. I don't need to have fancy cars. I don't need to prove. I don't need to have anything that I don't need it. And I don't even care that people will look at me as a poor or rich. I don't worry about that. I think this is the real freedom. This is the time of my life that I feel joy, that I happy with myself. I happy that I have everything I need. I have food that I want to eat. And my food I grow by myself. I don't need to depend on the market much. And I build my own house. I don't need to depend on a lot of money. I don't need to work for many years. And I make everything myself. I feel this is the real independent life. So much fun. And then the most important thing is, it's not too hard to follow my dream. It's not hard to learn how to develop my skill, develop myself to do things that I need. When I know what I really wanted, I want it for myself, not do things to flavor the society. I do things to flavor myself. And then I realize that the most important thing in my life is my health, my mental health and my physical health. When I have a good health, I can do things outside more. I can do things for friends, for community, for other people outside more. Some people said, oh, you just think about yourself. You don't think about the society. You don't think about something outside. Actually, it's important to start from ourselves first. If we feel secure, feel independent, that is the real power that you can contribute to outside. It will be very pure energy that you want to give to outside, because you will see that outside is one part of inside. We cannot separate it. We need to follow our own aim, our own destination. Don't follow the society's goal, because the society's goal, it never ends. If you want to be rich, it's never end. how much you will feel rich is never end. But if we come back to ourselves, we know exactly how much do you want to eat. How big is the house you feel comfortable to live in? It's easy. When we discover what we really need, it makes our life very relaxed, very easy, because we don't need to work a lot to meet what we need. But if we work for outside, it's never end. So our real goal is not big, but the goal from outside is too big, too far. When we come to this goal, we will see that the world is so nice, so beautiful. We need to enjoy it. Everybody have different goals, different needs, because we are not the same. My goal is like this. I want to have freedom and joy. Some other people, you need to find your own goals. What do you really want in your life? Some people maybe want to be rich. It's fine. Some people maybe love shopping, buy a lot of things. It's fine, as long as it's your real goal. If you do it because you love it, you will have fun with it. Now I feel I success in my life because I meet my goal. I have freedom and I enjoy my life so much. Everybody has ability to find your own goals and walk through that destination. If it's our real goals, it's not hard. It's fun. Because whenever we do what we love, it's always fun. You don't think it's work. It's fun and joy.